Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX Avalanche. The AVAX chart is still pushing higher, but the third wave that we are tracking here in yellow is now in an ideal target zone. So it pretty much could form a top at any time. And I'm still watching the area around $94 to $103 as the next milestone target. Why is that the case? Because we're dealing with the 78.6 retracement level there, which is key resistance for the yellow wave 2. In addition to that, the 100% extension, which is an ideal target for the yellow wave C, they are both located very close together. So that's an area I'm watching. And I assume we are going to get there as long as we are holding this support region, which I'm adjusting regularly until we have a price top. Because as long as we don't have a price top, this here is only a moving support area, which is measured based on the length of the third wave. So at the moment, as long as we're holding above roughly $31.50 and we don't get a sustained break below it, the focus is on higher prices. Yeah, I mean, ideally, even in this upside move, I'm not saying that we have to test $31.50, but it gives you the risk levels, right? At least from an Elliott wave point of view, it first of all indicates that a pullback that's corrective and that lands in that orange support region, it could be another pullback trade setup worth considering, right? It also tells us that fourth wave can start at any point. It also tells us that $31.50 is the key pivot between a bullish and a bearish scenario. So I'm looking at higher prices actually at the moment, both in both bullish and bearish counts, because the yellow one could form a top in this region, right? Remember, the yellow count suggests wave 1 to the downside, then A, B, C to the upside. And because we have a 5-wave move down, the yellow count is not unlikely, right? It is actually preferred until the price, well, I would say breaks and sustains above $95, because then the white scenario becomes more likely. But in the white count, we need to see the price get to at least $202 to say that this is a viable third wave. So it doesn't make a great difference, because what we need to do when we arrive there, we need to pay attention to the structure. Does it look full? Does it not look full? What do the indicators do? And then as long as we're holding above support, we're just going with a trend. It's quite simple. I don't really care about if it's the yellow count or the white count. At the moment, what does the price do? The price is trending up. We have a milestone target that needs to be reached first anyway. The trend is up. I don't care if it's yellow or white. That, you know, just labels to me. We're looking for higher, okay? And what the Elliott waves tell us is that below 31.50, things are going to get difficult. And okay, you know, would it mean that we are breaking down completely? I mean, maybe not yet. It could be that, look, this larger support area could still be relevant, but we don't want to necessarily focus on that right now. Here, right? We could just test it again, and maybe in a reset of this B wave or something. We don't want to focus on that right now because we're moving up and we're holding above support, and we already, well, at least, you know, could consider that this correction is complete, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're tracking, primarily higher prices. And it's important to understand the microstructure as well. And looking at the microstructure, this is the 4-hour chart. We completed waves 1, 2. The third wave, as I said, is now in this ideal target zone. The first ideal target for yellow wave 3 was the 138% extension, reached at $48. The next upside level here is $55, nearly reached. So we could we could have completed that third wave. We could complete it at any point. And if we now start a pullback, the area between $31.28 and $43.69 is the area to watch for support. Okay, plus minus a few cents. I did adjust it to 31.50 on the larger time frame, but the smaller one is obviously a little bit more precise. Yeah, and then we're still watching for higher. But to really get there to that roughly the $100 mark, I think it would actually be good if that third wave would extend a little bit more before we get that fourth wave. And the next levels are $55.23 and $60.65. Price did react also. Most recently here to this previous micro setup. Keep an eye out for these setups across the sector, because, I mean, the price tests them, support levels, and then goes, right? This is quite easy at the moment, but at the moment I don't have one of these because we don't have a pullback. So So I keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.